K6 offers the possibility of exporting the test results in a JSON format. Now, the reasons why you want to do that can be different. Maybe you want to integrate to other systems. Maybe you somehow have a way of really consuming this data. We're not going to get into that in this lecture, but I'm just going to show you what is possible and what are you getting if you are choosing to go with this option. So I have here a very simple script and want to work with that. First of all, what we can do is we can export the summary, essentially the report that we're getting at the end. We can get like the most important things out of it. So in order to do that, we're going to have our script K6 run and the script name, and then we're going to write -- summary -export, and then we're going to specify a file name. In this case, the name will be result.json. We can also use something like summary.json so that we can easily find it. Let's go ahead and run this. And when we run this, we're not going to see anything different. If we look inside our files, we should find the summary file now. So we're going to see here summary.json. And inside here, we're going to find the different metrics that have been generated. So, for example, TLS handshaking, iterations, request receiving, and so on. So essentially, pretty much what we see here in this report to also be available here in the summary.json. Okay. Now, this file isn't super detailed. It does contain a few interesting things, but it doesn't contain everything that has happened during the execution. So if you want to get a more, let's say, complex report, if you want to understand like practically moment by moment what has happened with our execution, we have a different way of getting this information. So we're going to use here K6 run, specify the script name, and then we're going to write here --out. And we're going to specify the format as JSON. And then we're going to give the name of the file. So I'm just going to call it full results.json. So let's run this as well. Execution is also complete. So let's take a look at the file full results. And what we're going to get here is, let's say, much more detailed file. So we're going to see here individual metrics, tags that have been generated. So there's a lot of data. So even for like a single request that has been generated, you're going to see here a lot of data. Now, sometimes I'm using this just to understand, for example, what kind of tags have been generated automatically by K6 so that I can use these tags or filter by specific tags in the metrics. So this is like one reason why you may want to need this. Of course, another reason would be to just simply ingest this in a third-party tool and further analyze this data. Anyway, in this lecture, just want to give you the basics in terms of exporting some information in a JSON format.